Hello, peace seekers. This is Saniqua White dropping in to give you a piece of my mind that will hopefully give you some peace of mind. Today, I want to talk about honesty and I statements, the letter I. Honesty and I statements. And so, what this is coming from is I'm seeing a lot of lack of communication skills. I'm seeing a lot of anger issues just in the world in general, and especially with the clients that I work with in particular. So I wanted to talk about honesty and I statements because I think that's something that could improve where we are as far as communication. So the reason why I'm bringing up honesty is because I've run into so many people that are causing themselves mental health issues, mind strained, emotional distress, because they don't want to be honest with the people that they need to be honest with about how they're feeling and what they're thinking. They are trying so hard not to hurt someone's feelings or to cause this or that. And so they're not being honest. Usually that doesn't mean they're lying necessarily. It just means they're withholding information and withholding the truth so that they don't feel like they've caused someone else pain or discomfort. And so what I want to say to you is that honesty builds trust. So whether you lie by commission, meaning you committed a lie, you just lied, or you lie by omission, meaning you just didn't tell the whole truth or you left some things out. You don't build trust by doing either of those things. You build trust by being honest. And what I want you to realize is that there is a way to be honest and lessen the damage that the honesty will do to a person. Now, you can't help if the truth is going to hurt, because sometimes it just does, and that's usually because the person that you need to tell the truth to doesn't want to hear it, or you're going to come across a little haughty or aggressive or something like that when you tell the truth. That's usually why people don't want to hear it, because they just don't want to. They don't want to know the truth about themselves, or they don't want you to say it in the way that you're going to say it. Possibly they hope you don't find out the truth as well. But not telling the truth is ultimately not going to be the right thing to do, because if more than one person knows, somebody's going to find out, and they're typically going to find out in the worst possible way. So the best thing for you to do is figure out how to be honest with a person or in a situation. And what I recommend is using I statements, because what you want to do is take the person off of the defense. Like, you don't want the person's fight, flight, or freeze mechanism to engage because you're trying to engage them in a conversation. And you know it's going to be a tough conversation, and you know it's going to be one that they probably don't want to hear. So you want to put them in a state of peace or at ease as possible. So honesty using I statements. And here's what I mean. If someone is hurting your feelings, instead of showing anger, which is a defense mechanism that you're using because your feelings got hurt, you want to tell them that they hurt your feelings. But if you say, "You hurt my feelings," that automatically makes a person defensive because you said you. So what you want to do is say, "I felt so hurt and disappointed when you said X, Y, and Z." So that puts the ownership on me. I felt. You didn't make me feel. Now, the truth may be they did, but if you say you, If that's the first thing that comes out of your mouth, the person typically doesn't hear anything else you're saying because you put them on the defensive. They're ready to fight, flight, or freeze. So we're using I statements to kind of diffuse the situation as much as possible if you can. So I felt hurt, sad, disappointed, whatever it is that you felt when you XYZ or when this happened. So you're being honest, but you're not coming in on 10 with you and accusatory. No one wants to be accused of anything, even when they're actually guilty. So it's not that you're trying to let the person off the hook. You're putting them on the hook. You need them to know what they've done, but you're trying to de-escalate the situation before it ever gets escalated. So whatever response that they have, or whatever feeling or emotion that they have after you do this, that's not on you. If they're offended, okay, then they're just going to be offended because they didn't want to hear that. The truth did hurt, but it's not your fault that they're offended. You don't need to feel shame, blame, or guilt because they were offended. You're simply telling them how you felt about something. You're not thinking about the fact that they offended you probably first. And so this doesn't need to become a tit for tat thing. That is definitely not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the things that happen need to be brought to someone's attention. Now, if it doesn't matter, then don't bring it up. But if it's something that you're festering over, you're holding resentment toward this person because of it, then it matters and it needs to be addressed. It's just the way in which you go about addressing it is what I want you to think about. Honesty and I statements. You're going to be honest about what happened and the way you felt about it. You're going to tell the truth. You're not going to lie by commission or omission. You're not going to say that it didn't hurt your feelings. You're not going to not say anything at all. You are going to be honest, and you're going to use I statements when you do it. I felt sad, hurt, disappointed, angry when you said or when you did X, Y, and Z. And I would like to see if we can work through this so that X, Y, and Z. Because if you don't do this, what you're building is resentment and anger toward that person. And the next time they do any little thing, you're going to blow up. You're going to pop off. Or you're going to shut down completely and stop talking to the person. And then they're going to know something is wrong. And then what you're going to say is nothing's wrong. Stop doing that. Stop lying to people by omission or commission, and simply be honest using I statements. Okay? Hopefully this content is helpful for you. If it is, remember to subscribe, like this video, comment. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, be proactive about your mental health, be well, and God bless.